Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to the weekend preview for the Predictor League, and also, of course, Fantasy Football. Now, again, a quick mention at the start, if you are not involved in the Predictor League and you would like to join in, there's a link in the description. Go and make sure that you're joining that. There's always, there's always new subscribers, and thank you to all the new subscribers that are joining. And we've got some banter as well. Who's been going in the banter here? Yeah, there we go. We're going to get to that in just a second, Mr. Villain. But let's have a quick look at last round. And I was absolutely mugged off. 16 points I got, and I didn't get the Golden Cup because Mr. Gary Turpie, the real villain, 17 and a half points, 3 exact results. I mean, sometimes you've just got to say, well played, mate, because that is, I'm so bitter. 16 points, I didn't get the Golden Cup, but absolutely smashed it to pieces. Luke Stevens is having a real renaissance late in the season as well. Ruja Sam with a good week, and then Alan Riley. I mean, these 9 points has been a decent round of recent times, but this week, not so much. And Wooden Spoon went to Mr. Pompey Canuck. If we don't have a look at the league leaderboard, look at that, 13 and a half points, as the real villain said. That is absolutely stunning. And it's beginning to look as though we may have our champion. Though I thought that about Parramatta Power earlier on in the season. I found myself up in second somehow. I don't know how that's happened. Kebrov is still there, thereabouts. Parramatta Power down there in fourth now. And Adam Riley catching up as well. Rujistan. I tell you what, it's all to play for. These Champions League places are not done yet. And like I say, Luke Stevens is powering up, and he might yet find himself catching up with the likes of Pompey Canuck and Gears Kale if things keep going the way they do. Now, let's go and have a look at this week's upcoming fixtures, and we will see that it is Leicester City. Bad luck on the midweek, boys. We'll enjoy Wembley on your behalf. Up against Chelsea at home. Now, the question I think here is, which way does Leicester go? Do they fall in a heap now that they've been beaten by Aston Villa and knocked out of missed out of Wembley, or do they sort of does that rally them on a little bit? I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw for that one. Oh, this is our cup final almost. I'd say this one. Bournemouth at home to Aston Villa. Bournemouth, of course, got an annoying win last time out, didn't they? Villa, it looked okay apart from that smashing by City. I'm going to I don't want to jinx it by picking a Villa win. Let's just say 0-0 and hope that Villa smashes them to pieces. I don't want to jinx it. I just don't want to jinx it. All right, it's Crystal Palace at home to Sheffield United. Sheffield United's recent form doesn't look great, but I think they've had some tougher games. I'm going to say, I mean, that's probably 0-0 as well, isn't it? Oh, Goals Fest this weekend in the Premier League, everybody. Liverpool versus Southampton. I mean, no one's getting near Liverpool, are they? Let's say 3-0. Although I wouldn't mind an Ings goal, if we'll see that when we get to the fantasy team in just a second. Newcastle versus Norwich. Newcastle versus Norwich. I'm really negative on it. Let's say 0-0 again. Watford versus Everton. Everton, I beg of you, get a win. Please, Everton, get a win. West Ham, who look a shocking team, they go to Brighton, who, let's face it, don't look much better themselves. 0-0. If this is a boring week, I'm going to smash it this week, aren't I? I should be taking this seriously. I'm coming second now. Manchester United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. They played okay against City, didn't they? I think they'll probably have just about enough. Of course, they've got that. Is it Getson Fernandez or whoever it was they signed? I wonder if he'll make a debut in that one as well. Burnley versus Arsenal. Arsenal, the draw specialist. Maybe this should be a 0-0 as well at Turf Moor. I actually think there might be goals in this one. I think Arsenal will probably just about have enough, but that could probably go either way. Jose Mourinho versus Pep Guardiola. No Harry Kane, though, for Tottenham. That's the big problem, isn't it? I saw they signed a winger from, I think he's a winger from PSV. They'll probably get a goal, but you'd imagine that City will be just too strong for them, wouldn't you? I would anyway, which is why I'll pick 3-1 to Manchester City. So that's my tips. Make sure you go and do yours, guys. Let's have a quick update of the Fantasy League. Now, of course, I played my triple captain last week. didn't really work as well as I would have liked. Salah, not quite. I would have been better off triple captaining Trent Alexander-Arnold, which in hindsight, maybe I should have done. But it has moved me up into second. But Vault GFC, I'm going to say that's probably me done as far as chasing him down. I'm still 60-odd points behind, and I don't think that's going to be doable. Not with the way he's been sort of clocking up points. Cobra Chickens are still sitting there in third now. I don't know if they've played. I don't want to show that. I mean, you could probably see if you clicked on it, but I don't want to show their teams and give stuff away for them. And then the Jokers FC didn't have a great week and an average squad living up to their name there somewhat. If we look at my team for this upcoming week, I have problems at goalkeeper. Schmeichel at home to Chelsea or Pope at home to Arsenal. I'm going to go with Schmeichel. I don't know why. Pope actually did quite well. I left 10 points on the bench there last weekend, which was frustrating. We're going to go with Alexander-Arnold, my Turkish friend in the centre of the Leicester defence, and our two Sheffield United defenders. Cantwell, we're going to hope he comes up fit for the Newcastle away with De Bruyne and Salah captain at home to Southampton. I think Abraham will be fit. That's kind of the vibe that when I sort of podcast that I've been listening to, they think that he'll be okay. So we'll stick him in there with Vardy, who should be back fit. He played at midweek, so he should be fit, and Ings as well. And then we have Mount on the bench with Ward-Prowse and Tarkovsky, should we need them. So that is my fantasy team for this week. But guys, as ever, thank you so much for watching. Please do get involved with the Predictor League if you want. Even if you haven't yet joined, to be honest, you're probably not going to win it, but always weekly Golden Cap glory up for grabs. And if you are a Patreon, any level of Patreon, you're more than welcome to join, to come and join the league. There's a link to the Patreon down in the description. And what I'll do is I'll give you the average score of the league, so you still have a chance of winning. But until next week, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.